social networking as a whole. Anytime it distracts from things you could be doing to, make positive changes in your life, your family, things like that. Why not take some more time to do that?
That's right. All right. Well, switching gears right now, let's go ahead and talk to Pete Trabucco. He's joining us via Skype. Hello, Pete. How are you doing this morning?
Kitty, hi. How are you doing? Kathy, how are you doing today?
Good morning. It's so fun to be on this side of Skype. I'm usually where you're sitting, Pete. But talking about a fun ride, this is going to be a great thing to do to kind of prepare for spring break. You've got a bit of a story that I was enamored with because I've had fears that I've had to try to overcome and challenge myself with in the past. For instance, sitting in front of this camera with Keely. But you've kind of made a huge, business out of it, as it were.
Well, I wouldn't call it a business. Basically, it's a hobby that I've done. I was actually afraid of roller coasters. I'm a certified pilot, but I was always afraid of roller coasters. Something happened to me when I was about 6 years old in Coney Island. I just never rode a coaster after that. But then my daughter was born in 1996, and when that happened, I decided I was going to overcome my fear. And since I was already a pilot and I was able to overcome it because, as an adult, you look at things a little bit differently. And I realized I actually did like these coasters a lot. Started to ride them all over the place. And basically, I'm in the aviation industry, so I do travel. Some of the customers and clients I take out, their families, they say, you know a lot about roller coasters. You should write a book about it. So I actually did, and that's where we're at this point.
That's right. It's called America's Top Roller Coasters and Amusement Parks, and his publisher is Tape Publishing, right here in our backyard in Mustang.
Very familiar with them.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes, they're a great organization. I'm glad to be affiliated with them, and I hope they're watching now.
I'm sure they are. Well, let's talk some trade here. What are your top 5 coasters in the U.S.?
Parents, take note.
Well, remember now, I always try to do this close to where I'm doing a broadcast. I've done a lot of these.
Good choice.
And I will tell you that Worlds of Fun has got a great roller coaster in Mamba. It's a 205-foot drop, 75 miles an hour. It's one of the first, what they call as a mega coaster or a giga coaster, which is above 200 feet. It's a great roller coaster. Of course, Frontier City has got an old favorite of mine. When I first started getting back into roller coasters, there was a ride called Lightning Loops. I was originally here. Lightning Loops actually got moved and is now at Frontier City. It's called Diamondback. So
very nice.
I look forward to actually going back and riding that ride as well. My best coasters around the country. Well, you got Millennium Force, Sandusky, Ohio, Cedar Point. It's actually on the front cover of my book and in the background. And basically, it's probably the smoothest ride that there is a Millennium Force. Picture going down a ride about 300 feet at about 90 miles an hour on a 90-degree angle. That's the ride that you have there. And, of course, you got other rides which are important. I love Six Flags Over Texas and the Texas Giant. It is back this year. It's a great wood coaster, and it's great to have fun there, as well as Titan, which is a very tall roller coaster at the location, about 250 feet. You could actually, from the top, see Arlington, the actual baseball stadium inside.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been on the Titan, and I remember it is so high up that you scream, and then you take a breath, and then you scream again, and you're still going down. Yeah, oh my, that was a crazy
Absolutely. You're talking about spring break here. It's important. I'm from New York, and right now we've had like 30, 40 inches of snow, so we are looking for spring break, and there are a lot of places that you can go to that would be good. Especially right now, it's a good time to go.
Yeah, I know. Real quickly, we're running out of time with you, Pete, so I want to ask you this, and then we'll let you go. But how do you recommend planning trips around certain parks?
Well, like Disney World, Disneyland, Universal Studios, Islands of Adventure, you basically want to make sure that you're going to book these trips well in advance. You don't want to do it last minute. And when you do go, you want to make sure that you go to the best rides first. A couple tips, basically. In Disney, obviously, Fast Pass is extremely important. And if you're going to Universal Studios, like Islands of Adventure, what's really, really important is the fact that you stay at one of the hotels they have there. They've got 3 hotels. And you just show your hotel pass, and you can walk right into those rides. It's really a great thing to do. And just make sure you have fun. Make sure you allot a lot of time, because the lines do get quite long, especially in the springtime, for a lot of these rides. One thing I did want to mention is all the money that we do make for this book goes to children's oncology programs like Cure Search and Friends of Jacqueline Cancer Foundations. So we're really basically we're making this is more of a labor of love, the book, and we try to make sure that all the money goes, all the proceeds go to them.
That is certainly great, and it's available here at Barnes & Noble, I believe you said, as well.
Yes, Barnes & Noble, Borders, selected bookstores, and, of course, Tate Publishing right there.
That's right.
One more plug for you, Dr. Tate. We love you guys over there.
Well, Pete, thanks a lot. Let us know when you're going to be around, and we'll have you come out and send someone on a roller coaster with you, since the Titan did me, and I'm done.
Looking forward to it. Thanks for having me on, Keely.
Thanks so much, Pete. You a roller coaster person, Kathy?
You know, I wasn't at first, but I think the kids are actually, like he said, the kids are our inspiration for trying to, you know, do that. So maybe spring break we'll try it again. I do love Frontier City, that's for sure.
My husband and I keep telling each other, you're going to go on the coasters with me. You're going to do it, because we both don't like them, so we'll see how that works out. All right, well, when we come back, we're going to